welcome to the BCSFL WBA Cup Final press conference for Saltley Stallions. Today we have Said Ali, Obaid Hussain and Ali Fafan. Now, guys, similar questions to what were asked to Hill United. So we'll start off with your feelings before the Cup Final. Right, there's a few weeks to go. How are you feeling? Excited, nervous?
Yeah, pretty focused really. I think years and years ago when we started as a football club, we saw friends playing at Villa Park for Sparky United. It gave us the impetus to kind of create a team and join a league to try and get to the final. We've been in good positions where we've reached a number of finals over the years, and I think that kind of excitement element will always be there, but I think more focus than anything else at the moment. That's from my feelings anyway. I don't know about the rest of the guys. I'm sure they share the same sentiments, but you can ask them. What do you feel, Marge?
Yeah, I think it's very exciting times. Massive privilege to play at a professional stadium. For everyone really, from the management and players down to the coach. I think it'll be a great occasion and just looking forward to get started.
Está muy bien para estar esta liga. Es el primer año que estamos en la liga. Estamos al final. Al semifinal hemos sufrido un poco. Estamos perdiendo 1-0, después 1-1, después 3-1. So, el semifinal ha sido muy bien. Pues espero que volvamos a repetir el día de final.
Excellent. So Ali's from the Gambian community. How is this final going down in your community? Do you think we'll have a lot of your friends and family turning up on the day to support the players and management?
Yeah. Creo que sí, puede venir mucha gente porque desde ahora estoy publicando mi Snap, en WhatsApp, en Estadio, que traigo gente que puede venir, nuestra familia, amigos, hermanos y hermanas, que vengan a disfrutar ese día 12 de mayo 2018. Espero que todo salga bien.
Thank you, Ali. Back a few years now, I think maybe before Ali's time, but I think you used to were there in 2016 at the Villa Cup final. It was an epic, it was controversial. It ended 4-3 to Saltley Stallions yourselves. Do you think with the players you've got now, the management you've got now, because Said, you weren't in charge at the time, were you?
No.
Do you think we'll have a similar encounter this time?
I think it'll definitely be an entertaining game of football. There'll definitely be entertainment. I think we'll score a lot of goals, and I believe they'll also score a lot of goals, which will be good for the neutrals. Whether it be as controversial as the last final in 2016, it depends on who's officiating the game, how they're officiating. It depends on the crowd. A number of factors come into play. It depends who's starting, who's not starting. But one thing we can assure from a Stallions point of view is, if you want entertainment, then you want Stallions in the final, because that's what we'll provide you. We'll provide you with entertainment, whether that's a neutral, whether that's a fan of Saltley, whether that's supporters from Hill United who constantly booed us at Villa Park, and we just have the final laugh at the end, really.
So we move on. So obviously you're very familiar with Hill United. You've played Hill United 4 times this season, just coincidentally, once in the WBA Cup group stages. You also drew them in the Divisional Cup. You've played them twice in the league. Other teams you only played twice this season, so you've played them a lot this year. And this is going to be your 5th encounter, and at the moment it is 2 apiece. Who do you think? Not who do you fear, but who do you see as your biggest danger from Hill United, or what do you think are their strengths?
I think Hill United have a lot of strengths, right from the goalkeeper to the front line all the way throughout. They got good core. Can't really name names. I wouldn't name names to be honest, but got respect for all the players. There's nothing that Stallions fear. Nothing. No team that Stallions has feared previously. I think once we do start fearing teams, that's a massive disadvantage to us straight away before the ball's been kicked. So I think that's a big statement in itself really. There's no one that we fear and no one from United that we fear.
There's obviously...
Can I just add to that as well? Sorry,
Yeah, sure.
in regards to Hill United and who we feel as a danger, I think it's a very easy answer. I mean, the best player at Hill United has to be Kenneth Campbell. He's the best player in the team, and he showed that in the last game. We'd come on to the previous questions that you mentioned, and I'm sure you'd come on to it when we were 4-0 up and we lost 5-4. Referee's man of the match, Kenneth Campbell, 35 years old, played at centre back, and he's won man of the match, the most dangerous player. It's a fact. You're only good as your last game, and he was man of the match last game. So if you want to talk about statistics, man of the match for Hill United last game was Kenneth Campbell, and he's the main danger man.
You know, I understand you being respectful to the opposition manager, player manager, and who's a good friend of yours as well. But there's obviously videos going around social media where Kato of Hill United picks up the ball on the halfway line. He goes past 3 or 4 guys. He scores a winning goal. Don't you fear that he can repeat such a goal at Hawthorn? It's like, from my point of view as a neutral here, if I was sitting in your position, that's the name I would be mentioning. But you've totally ignored him and you've gone on to someone else playing centre back in a team that conceded 4 goals that day as well.
No, I mean,
so would Kato be your biggest danger?
If I'm being completely honest with you, 90 minutes doesn't make a player. I've only seen him physically in a competitive game for 90 minutes. Fantastic player, no denying that. Sparkle United, Alan Ruck and Sparkle United can be testament to that in the semi-final. Athletic Midlands the previous weeks, they'll tell you as well, he's a fantastic player, there's no denying that. But if you ask me for an opinion of who I think Hill United's danger man is, the danger man is Kenneth Campbell, and that's not me being patronising or trying to be sarcastic, it's a genuine opinion of mine. But going back to that 5-4 game that you're referring to, look, let's not get it twisted. Me being a Liverpool fan, we hated Man United growing up. Alex Ferguson was the manager that constantly win things, but every time a team come up against Manchester United, they wanted to beat them. So if Burnley, or if, no disrespect to any other club, if Saltley Stallions came up against Manchester United and we scored a last minute goal to win a game 5-4, I'd run to a car park as well. So Kato running to a car park makes sense because they beat one of the biggest clubs in Birmingham. So you can understand him running to the car park because he's going to be happy, he's going to be excited beating a big team.
And then I think you're going to be happy in this one again because we will see all the full 90 minutes of the game. So we will try to control this guy so we win the game.
Excellent, yeah, because he is, like, obviously that footage shows that he is, for me, as a neutral danger. Obviously maybe you guys don't see him as much as a danger. But
no, we do. I think it's been taken out of context. We do feel he's a danger. We do feel he's a fantastic young talent. Absolutely, a fool would be foolish to deny that he's not a good talent. And he's just one player. But there's also other players that Hill United got that we could name. We could sit here all day. They've got 36, 37 players registered. We could say every single one of them is. But I just genuinely think you've got every ship needs a captain or a leader or a general, and the general of the team is Kenneth Campbell.
On to the next question. Your striker Daniel Dubida, he was mentioned by the Hill United management as a danger man. He's scored some amazing goals over the last few years that have been caught on YouTube as well. Was he nominated for the Puskas Award for his goal?
He's been put forward for it.
For Albert Church.
We can't confirm what he's doing on a Saturday or other teams, but we are aware that one of his goals has been put forward for some sort of award. I'm not sure for how and when. He's
also obviously scored goals on a Sunday, clips that we've seen. Do you think on the 12th of May he could produce a moment of magic? When he goes on the pitch, how do you feel when he's on the pitch?
Daniel Dubida, everyone knows what a wonderful player he is, but I think he can provide that extra spark for everyone really. But I think let's not just focus on that to do with that. I mean, I trust all my players. There's many superstars out there, and every man, all those 11 players who will be at West Brom, they'll all be superstars there. So any one of them could produce a moment of magic, just not Daniel Dubida.
Well, I think to what you're saying, I completely agree with Marge there. Daniel Dubida, without a shadow of a doubt, is a fantastic player. He's a big game player. He turns up in the big games. He turns up in semi-finals. He turns up in finals. He scores vital, important goals. He's got that spark about him that can change a game with a touch, with a finish, with a run. There's a number of things, and yeah, I guess you could rightly say Daniel Dubida is a danger man, and you know, he's quite respectful, and to hear from Hill United that they are aware of him, I'm sure the rest of the league and teams will be aware of him as well.
Excellent. So this is to you, Abed. Obviously, you know this as well as I do. You are a bit of a pantomime villain when it comes to the BCSFL and like Sunday afternoon football, full stop. Yeah. And obviously the comment that you made earlier about being one of the best sides in Sunday afternoon football, it's going to rile a few people. Yeah. Now, when your team wins games, you are known to look after them, treat them. If you lose at West Brom, what kind of treatment will the players get?
We lost against Hill United 5-4, and we still went to Nando's and we ate. We went out after, we spoke. It's a team bonding experience. We have the saying in our changing room, in our social media groups. We win as a team and we lose as a team. Come 12th of May, we're not even contemplating losing number one. Just taking you back one step further when you said you might rile some people when I said we're one of the best Sunday League teams. I don't mean that in any disrespect whatsoever. I'm just talking statistically, factually.
No, it's not that. It's basically you're confident in your team.
Yeah, absolutely.
But some people might see that in the wrong way. Not myself.
No, I understand that, and if to those people who may see that in a wrong way, it's not in any kind of disrespectful way. It's in the sense of having self-confidence in your players that step out onto the football pitch. You know, when they step across that white line, they'll give you 100%, and that's all it is really. But going back to treats and Nando's and food, win, lose or draw, we'll be going out.
Win, lose or draw, so it's not going to be an apprentice cafe losers job.
No, it's not an apprentice cafe, for sure.
It's going to be Nando's or pizza.
Wherever it is, whatever the situation is, whether we win, we lose. Look, we lost last year at a cup final against a very good team last year. We still went out and it together, reflected, and mistakes and losses only make you stronger. We lost, you're well aware, we lost a couple of seasons ago in a very important semi-final against Sparkhill United. Knocked us back a hell of a lot, but we bounced back, we've come back stronger, and people are probably saying, yes, we're a strong team, and I've even said it ourselves, that we're probably one of the best Sunday League teams. However, if you look at our team is a very young team at the moment. A lot of these players that are played their first Sunday football, grassroots football last season. For us was last season only. That was their first season playing Sunday football. So it's a fairly young team.
Sí, puede contestar en la parte de después lo que ha dicho, después del partido, si ganamos o perdemos, y siempre el Obi está como last year o los games que perdemos el partido. Después volvimos a Birmingham todos y fuimos a comer y no está enfadado con nadie porque el hobby siempre estás feliz. So, las partidos, ya me lo ha dicho que partido sea como sea, perdemos o ganamos, después del partido nos vamos a disfrutar todo. O sea, con eso no tenemos problema.
Thank you. All right. On to you guys are the self-proclaimed comeback kings, and I think you deserve that accolade because of some of the epic comebacks you've made. Starting with 2014 when you came back from 2-0 down in the last 15 minutes against Sparkhill United at Villa Park. You did the same thing in the semi-final last year against Silk United for the Villa Cup final again. You did the same thing in this year's semi-final. You did the same thing at the cup final at Birmingham City a few years ago. So where does this fighting spirit come from? I mean, normally when teams are like 2-0 down or 2-1 down with 5 minutes to go, the game's like not dead and buried, but teams are just hoping to maybe equalise and take into extra time or whatever. But with yourselves, you seem to go that extra mile and win the games. Where's this come from?
Yeah, I feel like I'm hugging the microphone. I think these guys should get involved as well. I think it comes down to the players fully understanding and respecting the management's tactics. A feel of ownership when they step out across that line, that they owe the management something, they owe fans something back, and they just can't give up, they won't give up. We just don't have a mentality where it's difficult for us to contemplate losing in a cup final, not getting to a cup final. It's quite difficult for us to contemplate that, and I think that kind of belief is instilled within the squad and the team, from the management to the people who do our social media stuff for us, to the people who watch the kits. It's instilled within all of us that we've just got to have a never say die attitude, and until the ref blows that whistle, the game is never over.
But it's bizarre because if you look at Saltley Stallions over the years, you're more dangerous when you're losing than when you're winning, because even this year you were 4-0 up in the cup quarter final against Zebs. They made it 4-3, so they gave you a little game. When the game was won, like Ken Campbell mentioned earlier, they came back from 4-1 a few years ago, made it 4-0. This year, obviously, the mother of all comebacks, 4-0 down to win 5-4. So what happens? Like, you're really good when you're losing, but what happens when you're in complete control of a game against a decent side?
I am going to let Marge answer that question, but I just want to touch on a little point you made there about mother of all comebacks. Hill United, fantastic club, great, amazing team, great management set up. They haven't, as you said earlier, they haven't got much in their cabinet and trophy. So if they want to have that as a trophy, as mother of all comebacks, they're more than welcome to have that. Marge, you can talk.
Very well said, Obi. Back to the initial question. When we are winning, I think, I have to be honest, a bit of lack of complacency does kick in. We play attacking football, we always have. That's not going to stop. We're here to entertain people, we're here to win games. We never go at the pitch to get a draw. We're always going for that 3 points. And once we are ahead, I must admit, that lack of complacency does kick in, and that has to be the honest truth, really, the simple answer.
So you think it's more of a issue with the players than yourselves as management?
No, it's never just the players, the management. I mean, like Obi mentioned before, we lose as a team and we lose together and win together. It's never the players' fault or just the manager's fault. It's always Saltley Stallions as a team.
But I mean, ideally, if you ask me genuinely, and I mean this when I answer this, if you ask me, would I come to West Brom, take a 2-0 and walk away, or would I rather be 2-0 down and come back and win 3-2? I'd take losing 2-0 down and winning 3-2. That feeling, not many clubs can say they've gone through that emotion during that period. In an ideal world, everyone would say, yeah, 2-0, I go home, win the trophy, happy days. But the adrenaline that you go through when you're losing a game and you come back to winning, it's amazing. It's really amazing. But I think that the only difficulty on this side of the coin is we're playing a team who have shown that characteristics against us. Not many of the teams do that. We usually go ahead against Hill and they come back against us, and it's not like they mentioned earlier on, it's not the first time they did this. They won 5-4 recently, but in previous seasons they cost us a league title. Well, they cost themselves a league title as well. We were 4-0 up and we drew 4-4 against them. So we're not underestimating them. We fully respect them, but we're not going to sit here and be scared of them either. We have to respect them as a team, as a club, as players that they've got. You mentioned a number of players, but we don't fear them. We do not fear Hill United.
All right. How have you found your first season of the BCSFL, and what's been your highlight so far, and the standout moment for you?
March and the best answer in this.
It's been a great experience, really, throughout the whole season. It's been new and refreshing. The league has always only been running for 2 years, I think. That's the second season now, and it is the most competitive league that we've competed in. I think any one of those teams within that league could have reached this cup final, and I think to have such a competitive league just shows how much of a massive achievement it is to reach this cup final. So huge congratulations to Hill United for reaching the finals, and of course any one of those other teams could have reached it. And I think the highlight would have to be just bouncing back really. Saltley Stallions as a team, we had a very poor start to the season. I think we lost 4 on the trot, was it? 3 on the trot, which has never happened in our history. We were down in the dumps, and we went in. There was calls for the manager's head. Must admit there was always pressure, but we bounced back and we have reached a major cup final, and we are still in running for the league title.
That's right. I mean, so
you want to talk about the league as well?
Yeah, la liga está muy bien. Está bien, está fuerte, y porque año pasado jugamos una liga diferente que liga que estamos ahora, y había 2-3 partidos que está un poco difícil, pero los restos son muy fácil. Entonces, y este año creo que los más fáciles partidos serán 2 o 3, y los restos todos son muy fuertes y ganamos es muy difícil, y para ganar tiene que sufrir bastante, y no es mucho goles como el año pasado, pero está bien estando final, y espero que la que hace first time ganamos la competición. Esto es más importante.
Yeah, so Marge alluded to your poor start to the season. Were there ever any doubts in your head about side, or were you always confident that it was going to turn things around?
No doubts whatsoever. Absolutely not. Last year, I remember when the team was going through a bad patch of form, we had a conversation on the phone, and I mentioned on the way back from MK Dons last season, I was really upset that we lost the final, and I said to him, you have to remember the set of players that at your disposal last season had only played 1 season in Sunday League football. The likes of Yusuf Cisse, Boubacar Souane, Bully Cisse, Gaucho, many others. It's their first season. Very young players, 18, 19, 20. He managed them in the Communities League first, so it was a step up from the Communities League to play mainstream Sunday League football, and they lost that final. But I said to him, I remember the conversation, I said to him on the coach back, I said, this is going to make them better players going to next season. So when the start of the season, the first couple of games, we lost 3 games in a trot, there was no doubt about what he can do. He clearly done it at St Andrews in the Communities League, and he had the full backing of our entire management team. It was just a matter of time before he turned things around, and there was no doubt from us really. The calls were coming from other people, nothing to do with the club. We were confident he could turn things around, and he has, and hopefully continues to do so on the 12th of May as well.
Brilliant. And last question for all 3 of you, and just answer as you may. What is your prediction for the 12th of May in terms of scoreline?
Bueno, el final seguramente que va a ser 3-1, 3-1.
3-1, okay.
Yes.
I don't know really. I don't really want to give predictions. Like I said earlier on, we don't fear Hill United. We're not here for the day. We're not here to have a good day out, have a picnic after. We come here to win the game, and that's what we're hoping to do. So can't really give a prediction other than that. I don't see us anything. I don't know. I just see us winning. I just see us winning the cup.
Yeah, I'll have to second that really. Predictions, scorelines is not really my thing. I think cup finals, anything can happen. But I do believe we are going to win. That's what that's been embedded into Stallions, and we're just going to go out there to win. I think that's what will happen.
And I think I just want to add, like last year, we obviously lost the first final ever. We lost last year against a very top team last year, National Rangers, and I think that's taught us a lot from a management point of view, from players' point of view, and we don't want a repeat of that. Hill United lost against us in 2016. Let's just hope they've learned from it as well. But obviously it's really raw to us still, and obviously losing against Hill United recently in the Divisional Cup gives us that extra edge to ensure that we go out hungry and ready to lift that trophy up at the end of the season.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, you three, and all the best for the 12th of May.
Thank you very much, and thank you to West Brom as well for allowing us to host this our press conference here.